Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Tuesday. We start with a load of news around the Greatest Royal Rumble event in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabian General Sports Authority, GSA, has issued a public apology for women being shown in a WWE advertisement at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. Here's what the translation said. The General Sports Authority would like to apologise to the viewers and attendees of last night's WWE event that took place in Jeddah over the indecent scenes involving women that appeared as an ad before a segment. It would like to confirm its total disapproval of this, in the shadow of its commitment to eliminate anything that goes against the community's values. The authority has made sure to ban showing of any segments that involve women wrestling or scenes related to it, and stipulated that to the company WWE. The authority also disapproved of any promotional stuff with pictures or videos showing women in an indecent way, and emphasised on commitment of this rule. And it's a commitment that the authority would still commit to forever in all of its events and programmes. The advertisement was shown on the big screen in the Greatest Royal Rumble event. It was the singing ad where all the wrestlers are lip-syncing a song. When Carmella showed on the screen, the crowd went mental. They loved it. They literally were screaming in happiness about it. I mean, I know they're trying to push more women's rights in Saudi Arabia, but this is not going to get that across. I'm going to say that now. If you're committed to change Saudi Arabia, this shit is making you look bad. It was an advertisement with women lip-syncing, for the love of God. Please just think about this. I don't know why I got so annoyed, but I did. And then Ariya Daivari commented on Twitter about being able to work with his brother Sean at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. He said, "It took 12 years for my brother and I to share the WWE stage together. To make it even sweeter, it was on the biggest show in WWE history. We always had the same hard work ethic when it came to wrestling, and tonight was the ultimate payoff, a moment I'll cherish forever." Quickly followed up by an apology due to negative feedback and even death threats. Not about the wanted to work with a brother, but the whole segment. Who had, "During an appearance this past Friday, I portrayed a fictional character and played the role of an antagonist, no different than what other actors would do in a movie or TV show. That character does not reflect my personal views, and I apologise to anyone that I may have offended by the skit. I have an incredible amount of respect for the great people of Iran, and I'm proud of my Iranian heritage. Thank you." He did follow that up saying, "Unfortunately, some people took offence to this despite it being pure entertainment. Some threats were made against my life. I wanted to put this statement out to clarify where I, as a person, stand compared to my TV character." It's a sad world when a wrestler can't go and do their character, and then they have to do this. I mean, death threats over a TV show. It's ridiculous. Then we go to... there was originally going to be a pre-show match between BL, Robert Argio, and Hornswoggle, but the decision was made to put Hornswoggle in the Rumble match instead. I mean, I would have loved to see that match, but oh well. And then Drew McIntyre was not on the show due to not having a work visa. With him debuting only a few weeks ago on the roster, it wasn't enough time for him to work out a work visa, whereas all the other wrestlers would have worked one out. And we also have breaking news that I am literally going to translate these names because there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to pronounce any of these, and I do not want to butcher the names because I'm not very good at pronouncing names.
Turkey Al-Sheikh
Announced another major show for WWE for Saudi Arabia that will be held in November, and it will be in the capital of Saudi Arabia. I'm going to still translate this because I really don't want to offend anyone. Riyadh. It's going to be another major show in November in Riyadh. Absolutely amazing, and it's got a picture of Vince McMahon shaking I think that's a Saudi prince hand. I think that's a prince. I don't know if it is. It looks like a sound man. And then according to PW Insider, it has been independently confirmed that women have been paid for the Greatest Royal Rumble event as if they had appeared on the show, which is fantastic. WWE just going, you know what? You don't want our women. We're still going to pay them. They're hard-working people. I'm glad for that. And then good news, Danny Burch in NXT, known as Martin Stone as well, has signed a deal with WWE after being an enhancement talent for the company for over the past few years. So congratulations to Danny Burch for finally getting a WWE contract. Let's go. And then speaking of the Saudi Prince, Dave Meltzer talked about the possible reason for a sumo wrestler Hirokoko Sumi appearing in the Greatest Royal Rumble. So the Prince wanted the show. Who wanted the show when he was talking to Vince McMahon or whoever it was? They were making a deal. He said the guys he wanted on the show, he listed a bunch of names, but among the key names he wanted were Ultimate Warrior, The Undertaker, and Yokozuna. That's probably why they got the sumo guy to be a Yokozuna, because I think you're a little bit late, mate. I'm trying to get Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior there, man. I mean, seriously, I don't think they're going to make any WWE appearances anytime soon. May they rest in peace, seriously. And then we've got some cool news. WWE Network News is reporting that on May 8th, Sunday Night Heat episodes are scheduled to premiere on the WWE Network. It's expected that the earliest episode beginning in 1998 will be released first. Absolutely amazing, can't wait to see it. And then we have a massive change to Total Ballers. Due to the real-life breakup, scenes for the Total Ballers have been refilmed. The season was originally going to be focused around them preparing for their wedding, but now focus on the split instead. It's so fake. It's so fake, that show. I mean, the breakup's real, but this is so fake, this show. We reshot scenes. So yeah, you're going to emphasise and overplay this breakup, I bet. Ugh. And then former WWE star Harry Smith, Davey Boy Smith Jr., as you should know him, the British Bulldog's son, wrote the following on his Facebook page regarding the recent incident with Jake the Snake Roberts during the WrestleMania weekend. I'd like to announce publicly and officially that I spoke with Jake Roberts on the phone today and we squashed heat we had for what happened at WrestleCon event. I apologised and said I would apologise publicly as Jake agreed he would be dropping any charges pressed against me. I'm a man of my word and I'd like to say sorry to any fans that I stressed with the situation also. I wish Jake all the best and glad that we squashed this heat. I actually had spoken to Roddy Piper before he passed away about the podcast Jake, and he did. I'm so glad we worked things out as Roddy died not long after. We never know what might happen tomorrow. Life's too short to hold any grudges. Well, I'm glad to squash the heat. Amazing. I mean, I don't know what the incident is. That's the thing. I have no knowledge of what this incident is because it wasn't reported back in WrestleCon, I guess, because I missed it completely. And then, a controversial WWE star returns after being in retirement for over a decade. Former WWE star Muhammad Hassan has returned to a ring. It was at Saturday night's the Dynasty event, King of Thrones. WWE dropped the Hassan character in 2005 due to the character being deemed too controversial by the UPN and negative publicity over the angle between him and The Undertaker. And it also happened to coincide with a terrorist attack as well. So, poor timing there. May everyone who lost their life in that attack rest in peace. Seriously, it was a horrible attack. And Bray Wyatt responds to a negative fan on Twitter. Someone put a picture of a remote with his hand over the power button saying what to do when Bray Wyatt met Hardy on TV, and he just went, "Your mother doesn't love you, and I'm over. So piss off, chump." I love that response. Brilliant. And then three former wrestlers and wrestlers have made the top 10 highest grossing films in North America over the last weekends. It was Dave Bautista in the Avengers Infinity War, The Rock in Rampage, and John Cena in Blockers. Infinity War made in America alone $258 million for its opening weekend. $258 million. That is mental. It's obviously, I think the international's like over 400 million. It's got mental amount of money. Rampage got 7 million and Blockers got near 3 million. I mean, John got the least, but I mean, the Blockers actually does look like quite a funny film. I can't wait to watch that. And then Dwayne went, my man, joke. Yeah, fuck those superhero guys. It's all about me and my best friend George. But between us, since I know no one will read this thread, Avengers just completely kicked my ass all over the globe and dethroned Rampage as the #1 movie in the world. I mean, it really did kick your ass. You might want to get in there, Rock. Just do it. Here's why the Big Show missed the Greatest Royal Rumble event. Sorry, I missed this piece of news. He's got hurt. He was ready for a return, then got re-injured. So best of luck on your recovery, Big Show. There's no news on why this injury happened or how long he's going to be out for. Then we go to Stephanie speaking of why they don't use the term pro wrestling on television. Advertisers either have an adverse reaction to the words professional wrestling, or they simply didn't understand what it was. So how could we create a term or a label that potential partners could understand? How could we describe WWE based on larger life characters enthralled in relatable storylines? That's when we coined the term sports entertainment. And then she talked about the PG era. 10 years ago, WWE once again reimagined our content and made it a strategic decision to be more family friendly, to grow our multi-generational audience and to attract more blue chip partners. Looking around the room here today, it's easy to see that this strategy worked. Okay. Then Luke Harper talked about how he almost quit the wrestling business. He went, my wife told me she was pregnant and I lost my job. I was a librarian at Frederick Douglass Middle School, and so I thought the world was over, and they called me and said, hey, can you come in for a trial? And I said, no, I have a broken leg. Huber remembers, I assume that means Harper. 6 months went by, his wife was 8 months pregnant, and she's just coming back from Japan. And he was just coming back from Japan. He said, honey, I'm done. This is it. I'm just going to go and get a real job, and we'll do here. That's the day WWE called, saying, hey, can you come in for a tryout? And the rest, as they say, is history. It's nice to know that he managed to get the right call at the right time. Then The Rock announced that he has found his star. Congratulations to my good buddy John Cena on landing the lead role in our movie, The Jason Directive. The project that The Rock, 7 Books production, and Universal Studios have been developing for years. He said, congrats man, I'm excited to go on this journey with you. Thank you for the commitment to this role, and remember, as your producer, if you screw up, I'm coming to set and dropping the people's elbow on you, and you know firsthand how devastating my elbow's drops can be. Congrats my friend, and let's go make a good one. It was a really cool video for him to congratulate him, so I can't wait to see what this movie's going to be. The Rock and John Cena working together on a movie. Absolutely amazing. Then we go to Seth Rollins cut an emotional promo thanking fans after Raw, and said despite the hectic travel schedule, the fans made him feel like being in this ring was his home. Aww. I'm glad that he is so committed to his business. It's amazing. And yeah, that is all the wrestling news we have today. I do hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye!